So before we begin, right, whichever grammar you learn, you will definitely meet 4 types. That is verbs, nouns, adjectives, but for adjectives there are 2. So it's I-adjective and Na-adjectives. So altogether, therefore, no matter what type of grammar you learn, you will definitely meet these 4 types. Which means that for every grammar that you learn, you will actually learn the verb version, the noun version, the I-adjective version, and the Na-adjective version. So before we even begin, we must be very clear on what exactly are all these types of grammar. Okay, so for example, verbs. Verbs are basically action words like run, walk, sing. In the previous video, you'll actually learn I eat apples. So eat is an action, right? So that's under verbs. Okay, and then there are nouns. Nouns are basically objects or living things. Living things are, things as well. Or let's say there are certain types like education, happiness, etc. These are nouns as well. Educate is also a verb, but if you change it, education is a thing. It's a something you can't be seen, but nevertheless it is still a thing, a noun. Happiness as well. Okay, so we also have I-adjectives and Na-adjectives. So adjectives describe nouns. Okay, for example, a green pen, a shiny apple. So a green pen, green describes the noun. So green is an adjective. A shiny apple, shiny describes the apple, so it is an adjective. Okay, or the pen is green, the apple is shiny. Okay. So there's another type which is called adverbs. We won't touch about this though, but you will definitely learn it at some point in time. So adverbs basically describe verbs. So you can just think of it. Adverbs describe verbs, adjectives describe nouns. Okay. You can also think of certain other words that are actually adjectives as well. So I'm kind of going to relate on what are I-adjectives and Na-adjectives. I-adjectives ends with a E. Na-adjectives ends with a without an E. Sorry. So if you look at the bottom two, hikui E. So this is an I-adjective. Taisetsu, there's no E. So this is a Na-adjective. Now, there's always one that befuddles everyone, and it's a common question in a JLPT N5 and even N4 examinations, which is this kire. So, kire, at first glance, it looks like an I-adjective because of this E. But if you translate the whole thing to kanji, it's actually, hey, there's actually no E. But you take a look at this kanji, this is so difficult to write. So most of the time, when Japanese, they write kire, they write this K-I-R-E-I, kire. So it's the same for others as well. You need to change them to the kanji form. Only when it's fully in kanji form, then you can see whether there's an E. For example, hikui. For example, kuroi. These two are I-adjectives, whereas these two are Na-adjectives. However, okay, you can see that there's an exception here. Okay, so just take a look. Take a look at suki. Suki, there's no E, so it's a Na-adjective. The opposite of suki is kirai. Kirai is hate. So, although kirai ends with an E, but because it's the opposite of suki, it's a Na-adjective. So this is the only exception. You just have to memorize it.